Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my beautiful Libras, for February 2018. So it's for you, my lovely Libra, for February 2018. You see, when it comes to the actual health, you are going to need to pay attention to detox. You will need to detoxify your body. I can see the slight sensitivity in your sign as well, and especially when it comes to like a detox, to flush out the toxins out of your body and things like that. This is going to be quite significant, so it will be really great if you just make sure like to drink just lots of water, and also dandelion tea, burdock root tea and milk thistle tea. So it's dandelion, burdock and milk thistle teas are absolutely brilliant. These herbal teas have got such an amazing properties when it comes to kind of helping to your body to flush out and to get rid of the negative toxins that live like a negative energy in our body and makes us feel really low. So this is why it's so important to try to like detoxify your body by drinking these teas. If you don't like drinking teas, I suppose you can get dandelion, burdock root and milk thistle in a capsule form. But then again, if you do decide to get this in a capsule form, like a herbal, natural herbs these are, of course, if you do decide to get it in a natural in a capsule form, in like a little tinctures, you can get like a little tinctures. If you are on any other medications, please do check with your doctor, with your GP, and they will tell you, they will be able to tell you whether these herbal medications can actually interact with your existing medications or not. Only your doctor or your GP will be able to tell you this. Otherwise, you can drink lots of water, and water in itself, it's absolutely brilliant and one of the best things to actually detoxify your body from all sorts of toxins. But try to not to drink maybe as much as alcohol if you drink, or if you like drink like a squashes and juices and things like that. Try to avoid all these things and just try to stick to like maybe just water if you don't want to take these teas or like a herbal supplements or whatever. But I think that this is going to be very significant indeed. On another hand, what I was going to say, your number is number 11. Number 11 is an amazing number. It's a very powerful number. It's a very spiritual number, and it's just trying to let you know that you are about to knock on the door. Once you knock on this door, you are about to enter the whole new dimension, the whole new world. February is going to be another significant month, but this month is going to be different. This month is going to be different because it seems like you're about to kind of willingly stop things that have been driving you, that were making you like a negative, that were driving you like a, like crazy, not crazy, but that were driving you like a negative, that were just like you. It is going to be the realization that you're just going to have to move on from a certain project. This is not a person, this is not a feelings, this is not emotions. This is just you focusing on something that maybe hasn't happened. And this is why number 11 is so important, because by doing this, by kind of ending certain stage of your life, you are about to get a whole new strength, a whole new power and a whole new courage. And this courage is going to be very important and very necessary for you later on in the month. And this is going to be an interesting month, because most certainly there is a lot going to be happening, not only when it comes to your like business, finances, but it's also an emotional in relationships. This month is going to have an amazing impact on those of you that are in relationships, and also those of you that are single. However, there is a whole new confidence that you are going to get this month, and this is not only, oh, you're going to feel so confident. There is also a situation that it's going to arise this month, that it's going to come out of the blue. You will be kind of tested. You will find yourself in a strange waters. You will find yourself in an unusual situation, and that particular situation is going to come out of the blue. And that particular situation is also going to make you to react in a certain way. Normally, you would maybe get a little bit uneasy in this situation, and maybe you would get a little bit scared in this situation. Bang! This is where this card comes in. This is where this number 11 comes in. This is where number 11 is going to become the most significant number that you could have possibly had this year, because number 11 is the one that is just going to give you all this confidence, strength and power to act in a different way to what you would normally act. And this act in this particular way that number 11 is going to bring in you is going to be the right thing to do. On another hand, you are going to be surprise yourself, but you're going to surprise yourself in a really, really nice way indeed. 4th of February. 4th of February is going to be the day when you're just going to feel really good about yourself. This is going to be the day of realization. This is going to be the new start for you. The 4th of February is probably going to be the most significant day, the most powerful day, the day that everything is going to start making sense. It may not happen straight away to you in the morning, through the day. You might just realize everything right at the end of the day, right before you go to sleep. However, this is going to be the day when you're going to realize a very good accomplishment that you have done so far, and this is also going to automatically give you an idea for something that you want to do and the new direction that you want to take this year, which is going to come into fruition later on at around June and July 2018. But this is the important time, the 4th of February, because you are about to plant a seed. You are about to plant a very important seed, and the seed that you are about to plant is going to grow very, very strong and very powerful, and it will go on for a really long time, and it will take in the directions that you wouldn't even dream of. This is why this time is so important. On another hand, the 4th of February, it's really important. You see, it's complete opposite now what I'm going to say. Also 4th of February is important because lots of childhood things are going to be playing on your mind, and you're going to surprise yourself. You're going to find yourself in this situations where you're going to be dreaming about your childhood, dreaming about the people you haven't seen in a long time, thinking about the people you haven't seen in a long time that used to mean to you a lot, and you're going to feel very attached to these particular situations. And you know, when that happens, there is something from your childhood that is missing. There is something from your childhood that is going to come back. There's a certain happiness that you had in your childhood that you lost, and you will be thinking about it. You will be completely connected to your childhood, and this is really wonderful. And this is not like, oh God, you know, like I'm going to be thinking about my childhood. No. This is going to come as a really big realization that you're actually going to have after this moment, after this point. And you will be thinking, you will be looking at a really big picture, you will be looking at a huge picture, and there is something waiting for you from your childhood. There is something very interesting waiting for you in your childhood. When I say waiting for you, when you go with your mind to your child, when you connect to your childhood, when you connect your childhood memories, when you connect your childhood happiness, and all these beautiful feelings and all these beautiful emotions are going to get that ball rolling. And that ball that's going to get rolling, it's going to push you towards something very special in your childhood, very special information, very special sign that is maybe missing in your life now. And it's a lot to do with your own happiness. It's a lot to do with your own feelings. It's a lot to do with your life in general and how you feel in your life and how far your life has gone, and with your own personal happiness. Very, very interesting. It is very important to dig into our past. It is very important when we feel a sudden connection to our childhood, because it's something waiting for you there. Okay, I will really recommend to you as well lapis lazuli, a must-have in these situations. Lapis lazuli, also known as a stone of an ancient Egypt, very powerful crystal, comes with a sterling silver setting and sterling silver chain, and you can buy this on my website. And what lapis lazuli is going to do to you throughout the month, and especially when you feel very emotional, when you feel very intuitive, when you feel very deep, when you feel very spiritual, when you're trying to find out all sorts of informations and signs that you're going to have, lapis lazuli is actually going to help you to establish this connection in an even more powerful way. Therefore, you will be able to get your own personal messages through lapis lazuli. It will enhance your intuition and your third psychic eye indeed. The second important day is going to be on the 10th of February. Now, this is really good. This is really ecstatic. This is really brilliant. This is also another fantastic day. And by looking at these dates, I knew it straight away. Oh my God, Libras, you're in for something big. Libra, you're in for something very important. Libra, you're in for something very significant, because this 10th of February that you're going to have, this is beginning. But this beginning is very deeply rooted with what you wanted to do in a really long time, but it's also deeply rooted with the fact that you didn't have a certain confidence. This is where number 11 comes in. Number 11 brings all this confidence, which is going to take you places. So what this means, I will tell you what this means for the 10th of February. So if you're looking for a job, if you're unemployed, 10th of February is going to bring you the job, but this job is going to come with a difference. The difference is going to be that it's going to be completely different to what you've done so far. Before, you would feel like, oh no way, I'm not going to do this. Now you're just suddenly going to feel absolutely ecstatic, and that's why this is what the energy of number 11 is going to bring. If you are working for yourself, for example, you're self-employed, there are going to be the situations that you will be dealing with, and the directions that you will want to go towards that you didn't go towards before, and that's again down to number 11. And for example, if you are like retired and you don't need to work or anything like that, there is the whole new experience, the whole new adventure, the whole new enthusiasm that you're going to get on this day. It is your rebirth. This is the time of your own personal rebirth, my beautiful Libra. So February is a very important month, believe me or not. It is the month of unfoldment, which is just going to bring things to your life that is just going to spice it up, and that's exactly what you needed. Okay, the third important day is going to be the 28th of February. Now the 28th of February is basically this is very deep. It's the success after anxiety. So basically, and it's a lot to do with you focusing on something. It's a lot to do with your financial situation. It's a lot to do on your financial situation. It's a lot to do about you going towards the new direction and things like that. But it's very much so, the bottom line would be, it's a lot to do with the financial security, basically. And the things that you were worrying about, things that you wanted to do but you couldn't do, things that you wanted to buy, you couldn't buy. Maybe you wanted to move somewhere big. Maybe you wanted to move places. Maybe you wanted to buy something big. Now it was causing you anxiety, and it's a lot about you maybe providing for yourself, providing for your family members. Maybe you were going through very difficult situations and things like that. It all depends. Now there is a fantastic success after anxiety, I have to say, and this is just going to give you time to relax, honestly. And having this like at the end of February as well, success after anxiety, after you've been like after you were scared about a certain situation, what's going to happen, now this is going to be brilliant, because this is just going to be another new stepping stone for you. Another problem is going to come to an end, and I think it's brilliant. But I think that this is directly connected to you providing for yourself, for your family members and things like that. There are other people around. And also 28th of February is also going to be very important, because there is a certain particular trip or journey that you're going to plan on this day, on this date. So there is some kind of trip, some kind of journey, and this is going to be different. This is going to be significant, because it means it's something that is you completely deserve. You deserve this, you need this, you really are due to kind of take care of yourself and start taking care of taking care of yourself. You must make sure work-life balance is perfect, and that's exactly what this situation is kind of trying to let me know, and I think that it's going to be very, very significant. Now this is when I get completely excited, my beautiful Libras, because the whole month is going to be very, very spiritual indeed, very deep indeed. This is going to be the healing months for you, the things that have been making you anxious, and this is especially the beginning of February, how it's going to be. You see, the things that were making you anxious are going to kind of start coming back, but now this time around you're going to feel differently about it. You're going to have more energy, you're going to have more confidence, and you will do things you were scared or paranoid to do before. And this is why this is going to be completely brilliant. Lots of you are going to have a really negative stage of your life that it's coming to an end. You see, at the beginning of February, that's what I'm saying. It's just so important. It is complete homecoming that I'm seeing about the beginning of February, which means that you are coming back to yourselves, which means that you are coming back to your own happiness. It means that you're coming back to your own optimism, and especially if you haven't been suffering for something very difficult and very hard and very negative to deal with lately. It could have been absolutely anything, and it's just had an impact on you that you were really negative and you couldn't be happy 100%. Now this is all going to kind of start turning around after this moment, after this point. And also, what else I was going to say, that there is the certain opportunity that you will realize that you lost. There is something that you were hoping on, something that you were focusing on at the beginning of February, and that particular opportunity you will realize is going to be lost. And then you will just realize, you know what, it's time to move on anyway. And you will just realize that it's time to move on. Automatically you're going to start becoming more relaxed. Automatically you will realize that this particular lost opportunity was doing nothing but just dragging your energy, and also it's going to make you to kind of it's going to redirect you to go towards different things. For example, if you apply for a certain job and that job you didn't get, you know, it was lost opportunity, whatever, then you're just going to end up doing something completely different, which is going to be even better for you, because this is such a spiritual month and there are wonderful things that are going to be happening. I cannot explain this enough, because there is a certain recognition that is just going to come out. If it's a lost opportunity, it's actually going to be absolutely brilliant, absolutely fantastic in your case, because this lost opportunity is going to bring the whole new direction, the whole new recognition, the whole new strength, power, and then again the reason for celebration. There are people that love you to bits, that are going to be happy for your own happiness. People who knows you, who really love you so much, they will be excited about you. And on another hand, it is going to bring the whole victory, mental clarity, and your own personal victory. After this moment, after this point, from the first part of February, you will be able to finally have a certain vision about your future. You will finally gonna start, you're gonna finally be able to work towards that particular vision. You know what you want, you've got a vision, you want to do it for a really long time, you needed the money, you needed the finances, you needed the changes, you needed a new start. Now this is all going to be playing out in your mind, but there is the possibility that you will have that you didn't have before, and this is why this is going to be different. The fog that was around you, it's going to be lift up, which is going to make you become aware of different situations and different things in life, and especially when it's going to make you become vigilant about certain situations in life, that is going to, on another hand, open your eyes towards new opportunities. And I think that that's absolutely brilliant. There is also going to be an amazing advice for somebody very spiritual that you will receive. There is also going to mid-February, the spiritual advice that you received from a male person, it's going to be very significant, the mid-February 2018, and you will remember the words of the spiritual person, and you will realize that now it's time to start your future planning. It is all going to be about future planning, but in order for you to make future plannings, you're going to need to withdraw from the situation. Mid-February, it's all about you withdrawing from the situation, you going in the hermit mode, which means that you're going to need to kind of pull back yourself from the situations, take some time off, day, two, sometimes people need just a few hours, sometimes people need a few days. You're going to need to take time out in order to refresh your own spirituality, in order to refresh your own intuition, in order to just take some time out and meditate a little bit and to see what you're going to do next, because you will just need to take some time out and make your own decisions based on your intuition. And this decision that you're going to make is going to make your life much more easier, much more efficient, and it's just all going to start making sense after this moment, after this point. Very, very important indeed. Now the third part of February, it's just what I was so excited. The third part of February also means in your case you're completely stepping towards the whole new dimension. The whole new dimension, you're stepping on the last part in February, which means that there are things going to happen out of the blue that you're not going to expect, which I've already mentioned before. And there is also, this is a very important time because there's your connection with the universe that is going to be very powerful, very enhanced indeed. You're going to feel much closer to the spirits, to the spirit world, to the different dimension, and to the universe. You know, you're going to feel very, very close. What does that mean? Well, that means that the third part of February, it's absolutely perfect to be completely spiritual connected, to take some time out, what I said, and also make a wish and experience it like it has already happened. Make a wish and experience it like it has already happened. Libra, do this at the end of February, anytime at around the end of February, and this is the way you're going to send a clear message to the universe, okay? And this is going to be very important, and be very, very careful what you wish for, okay? So this is very important because I feel that you're going to be very close to different dimensions, very, very close to different energies, and your wishes are going to be very close to its own achievement. So basically what I need you to do is just make a wish and experience it like it has already happen at around the end of February 2018. And this is going to be very significant, and this is going to be very powerful, because this is going to end up with you ending a certain stage of your life. This is going to end up with a certain experience that is going to be mind-blowing. It may not happen straight away when you send this message to the universe, but later on, whether it's going to happen on the same day, whether it's going to happen a few days later, a few hours later, a few weeks later, it all depends. It is going to end up with you ending a certain stage in your life, dancing, happy, excited, passionate. The passion is going to be born. The whole new passion is going to be born with this whole new direction, okay? And you're going to end up having two options that are going to be absolutely brilliant, and both of these options are going to be very, very significant and very attractive to you, and you're going to become very creative as soon as you think about it. And as soon as you think about it more, the more creative you're going to become. And this is all going to reflect on your finances, on your career, on your financial situations, and you're also going to get your balance back, which is really, really important. This is going to be followed by the turning point, and that turning point is going to help you to change your life forever. Literally, that turning point is going to be the most amazing moment of this year 2018, because it's going to lead towards the life-changing opportunities, and most of all, the excitement, the happiness, the positivity, the optimism that I'm seeing here. It is just going to have an enlightening effect on you and the people around you. You are about to rediscover yourself. Absolutely wonderful. My Libras, you will realize how good you are. You will realize that your hands are not tied. You will realize that you can do whatever you want to do. You will realize that you don't need to depend on anyone. You will realize how powerful you are, Libra. And I'm so excited for you, because you truly are powerful. You will realize you've got more resources, resourcefulness about yourself. You know, you've got so much to go on in life, and that's exactly what you're going to realize. It is going to be a certain sacrifice that you're going to need to make. You're also going to need to make a look at certain things from a slightly different directions, but this is all going to be the part of it that is going to have an amazing impact on what you're actually going to do later on. This is going to be brilliant, okay? Absolutely brilliant. And now I was going to say that for those of you that are in relationships, you see, for those of you Libras that are in relationships, there is the situation that is going to arise, the situation that is just kind of going to make you reevaluate your current relationship. Please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying any cheating or anything like that, but there is just some kind of unsatisfaction that is going to come out when it comes to your partner, husband, wife. There is something that you're going to be unsatisfied about. Maybe they're working too much, maybe they're not working enough, maybe they're too stroppy, maybe they're not great in every, I don't know, whatever they do, you know, it really, really depends. But there is something going to come up, a problem that was driving you, that was making you think before quite a lot, that was bringing you a little bit down a lot before, and that problem is going to come back. And I can see that there is going to be a discussion in between you and your partner, husband, wife. You will want to work on this. You will work on this problem in order to move on, in order to get rid of this problem. So it will either bring you closer to together, or it's either going to bring you further apart. Which one it is, it all depends on your personal situation. When it comes to the actual Libras that are single, you see at around, there is someone very, very interesting that is going to manifest in your life, but this particular person is going to manifest at around the time when you book some kind of journey, when you plan to book some kind of journey. You don't need to book that kind of trip abroad or whatever, wherever it is. It could be to the nearest by village, it doesn't matter, but there is a certain person that is going to start manifesting in your life, and that particular person is going to start manifesting in your life while you're planning a journey, while you're at that journey, maybe while you're coming back from the journey, or even while you're thinking about going on a certain trip and certain journey. There is someone very deep, someone very interesting, someone very different that is about kind of like a walk into your life. But this person is going to be very emotional, very deep, and that is something very unusual going to be about them, but in a really, really good way. I feel some kind of artistic, something very, very artistic over there indeed. And it's also somebody who likes to travel a lot as well, okay? And when you meet this person, there are other people going to be around as well. It is going to be like a crowd of people. It could be like your friends, or it could be like a people at work again, or a crowd of people. However, the other people going to be around, and the connection is going to be instant. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos, my beautiful Libras. Okay, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you already haven't done so. Don't forget to share me on Facebook, Twitter, and of course don't forget to comment in the comment section below. Thank you ever so much for watching. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.